everybody, Noreen here. I am very happy to be here with the first 1, 2, 3 layout of 2017. If you're just joining us and you don't know what the 1, 2, 3 layouts are all about, we use one piece of double-sided pattern paper, 2 pieces of cardstock or album pages, and we make the whole double page layout with only 3 cuts. So it's a really fast and easy way to use a single sheet of paper and get a beautiful double page layout. This month I am using the new Amor pack of paper, stickers, and maybe some of the embellishments from Creative Memories. These are some lovely black, white, and red designs, quite sophisticated really. And although there's definitely some hearts in there, it can be used for Valentine's Day, but it can also be used for a bunch of different kinds of love. So family love, pet love, friend love, love of sports or activities. Great stickers, and I think we're going to use some of these in the title. And then in the die cuts, there's some cute hearts and arrows and tags and different things like that. So you'll definitely want to check out the Amor paper. Now I'm going to be using this particular double-sided pattern paper, kind of poppies on one side and a fun black dot on the other. 2 pieces of white cardstock for my base this time, but again, as I mentioned, if you're a Creative Memories scrapbooker, you can use 2 album pages. And I mentioned that we're just going to make 3 cuts. Now each month I give you a layout, which kind of showing you the way it all comes together, as well as a cutting guide. And this month the cutting guide is just straight lines, really easy. We're going to cut through our pattern paper once at 4 inches, a second time at 4 inches, 8 inches on the sheet, but another 4-inch by 12-inch strip. And that really gives us 3 4-inch by 12-inch strips. We're going to stack them and cut through them at 1/2 inch, and that will give us all of the pieces we need. Okay, so we'll do that in just a second. And then you can see where we're going to be adding our larger pieces and then the small 1/2-inch strips to kind of provide some contrast. This particular layout has room for 5 photos, title of course, and journaling. You could definitely replace the journaling with another maybe 4x4 photo and maybe do your journaling underneath. And then of course I just kind of show general ideas for embellishment placement. That's going to really depend on the type of embellishments you are using, as well as how many extra photos you maybe put on there. Okay, so let's get cutting. Get this stuff out of the way. And get my 12-inch paper trimmer here. So the first one was at 4 inches. Now I need to just double check my cut here before I go. You can see that on this paper there's kind of some writing. It's not very easily readable, but I don't want it to necessarily be showing up sideways on my paper. And since my strips are going to be going sideways, I want to make sure that my strips will be this way. So I'm going to cut my paper this way. All right, hope that made sense. So sometimes you have to kind of figure out which direction you're going to cut first. All right, so we're cutting first at 4 inches. That gives us 1 4x12 strip. And then our second cut, again, 8 inches on a full sheet, 4 inches on the remaining sheet. Okay, now we have 3 4-inch by 12-inch strips. We're going to stack all 3 of them, and we're going to make our final cut at 1/2 inch. And instead of going this way, I like to go this way so that I can hold, when I'm making a small cut, so that I can hold the paper down. Okay, and just cut really nice and slowly and firmly when you're doing a layered cut, and you should have no trouble. I've been using my 12-inch trimmer now for a couple of years since since the new CM came back. So the blade is doing really well, and I have no problem cutting through 3 pieces. Okay, so now all of a sudden we have a total of 6 pieces. 2 of them we're going to use the poppy side. 1 of them we're going to use the dot side here, and then 1 poppy side here and 2 dots. Okay, so that's all the cutting. Let's lay out our, grab my cardstock again. Let's lay out our paper and our photos. grab my layout again to show you. Okay, so I'm going to put one of the poppy strips, probably about maybe an inch away from the bottom. Okay, and then my second one, and again I'm just kind of checking to make sure that my writing isn't upside down, because that would look funny. It's not something that people are going to read, but I just like to know that things are in the right orientation. I'm going to put a couple of my strips down here. And now I have to say, this is a bit of a cheat, okay, because our final strip is going to go across the double page. So I haven't accounted for the fact that you're going to have to add one little snip once you decide the placement of this strip here. Okay, and again, I've shown it a little off center. You could center it right between the two pages if you want a really symmetrical layout, okay, or you could put it more towards this side. So we do have a little bit of a cheat this month, because you are going to have to cut that with some scissors or your paper trimmer once you decide the final placement. I like it over to this side. Okay, now I'm going to add some photos. These aren't Valentine's photos. These are actually photos of us at a Calgary Hitmen's hockey game. One of the first times we were able to go and enjoy the game in the comfort of a box seat, which was wonderful. We had so much fun. Okay, so I think my title might be something like not just love or, you know, family love, but it might be like we love hockey or something like that. So again, this paper pack is perfect for all kinds of love. All right. So again, that's pretty much our layout there. I'll be sure to show you a picture of it at the end, how it turns out and where I place all the embellishments. Now don't forget that each month, not only do I show you the sketch, but I also provide you with a handout that has the sketch, a copy of the cutting guide, and then it'll also have a picture of the final layout, okay? And you'll be able to download a free copy for yourself. You can print it out and follow along with it, and you'll find the link to that just below this video in the description. Okay. Thanks very much for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.